Hi everyone and welcome to today's video. So today I'm going to be going over the new Disney Genie Plus. It is set to debut at Walt Disney World on Tuesday, October 19th, and this is what we know so far. So I'm just going to go over basically the basics, and then I'll probably do a recap video once we kind of know a little bit more. Not sure how that's going to work, but or maybe I'll do something after I get to use it myself in November, December. But Disney Genie Plus is basically what is replacing the Fast Pass. So Fast Pass used to be, everybody used to get 3, and then you could get more after you used your first 3. Now that has gone away. The free Fast Passes is no more. You also hear about Disney Genie. Disney Genie is something separate. It is basically a planning tool. If you've ever heard me talk about touring plans, it's basically Disney's version of touring plans. It's going to be in the app. I'm not going to talk about too much about that because one, I don't know. There was a seminar for media. I wasn't invited, but and I think once I get to play with it, probably talk a little bit more, but it's basically a planning tool, and I think it'll be very helpful for people going to Disney World who don't really know what to do. But Disney Genie Plus is really what everybody is asking about. So Disney Genie Plus is going to be $15 a day per person, and it can go across all parks. So if you are park hopping, you can use it on all 4 parks. It's not going to be park specific, and it is going to cover certain attractions at each park. However, there are 2 key attractions at each park that are not included in the Disney Genie Plus. Those will be individual Lightning Lane purchases, and those purchases will be, as of the initial pricing is set to be between $7 and $15 per person for a ride. So if you want to ride, let's say Rise of the Resistance, that's going to be one of them, and it's $15. You are a family of 4, it is going to cost you $60 to get into that Lightning Lane. So right now I'm going to talk about which are the attractions that are included in the Disney Genie Plus for each of the parks. These graphics are from Carlye Wisel from Twitter. She posted these, so I want to give her credit. And I'm going to post her information here. She is on Twitter. She is a theme park journalist, and if you don't follow her, if you're on Twitter or Instagram, follow her because this is what she does. She is a theme park journalist and she gives information. So I'm getting this information from her, and she did these graphics, so I make sure I want to give her credit, but definitely follow her if you're looking for information. The attractions for Magic Kingdom are Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin, Dumbo the Flying Elephant, Haunted Mansion, It's a Small World, Jungle Cruise, Mad Tea Party, Magic Carpets of Aladdin, Mickey's PhilharMagic, Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor, Peter Pan's Flight, Pirates of the Caribbean, Splash Mountain, The Barnstormer, The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, Tomorrowland Speedway, and Under the Sea Journey of the Little Mermaid. So those are all the attractions that are included in the Genie Plus. What we do know is that you can only use a Lightning Lane once per attraction. So once you go on Splash Mountain, you can't go and get another Lightning Lane through Genie Plus again for Splash Mountain. You can only use it once. So that is something different than it was with Fast Pass. Fast Pass, you could get additional Fast Passes for the same attraction. That is not the case. At least to start, you could only get 1 Lightning Lane through Genie Plus for each attraction. So the next park is going to be Epcot, and those attractions are Disney and Pixar Short Film Festival, Journey into Imagination with Figment, Living with the Land, Mission Space Green and Orange, Soarin' Around the World, Spaceship Earth, Test Track, The Seas, Nemo and Friends, and Turtle Talk with Crush. So again, those are the rides. Those are the attractions at Epcot. Next, we're going to look at Disney's Hollywood Studios, and those are Alien Swirling Saucers, Beauty and the Beast Live on Stage, Disney Junior Play and Dance, Frozen Sing-Along Celebration, Indiana Jones Epic Stunt Spectacular, which starts on December 19th, Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run, Muppet Vision 3D, Rock and Roller Coaster, Slinky Dog Dash, Star Tours, The Adventure Continues, The Twilight Zone Tower of Terror, and Toy Story Mania. And then finally, we're going to go to Disney's Animal Kingdom, and those attractions are A Celebration of Festival of the Lion King, Dinosaur, It's Tough to Be a Bug, Carlye River Rapids, Kilimanjaro Safaris, Navi River Journey, The Animation Experience, and Feathered Friends in Flight. So those are the attractions that are included in Disney Genie Plus. Now, one of the couple of questions is how would it work? Like, let's say you get it for Test Track and it goes down for Lightning. The understanding is it's going to run just like Fast Pass did, where you would get a kind of anytime Fast Pass. So that's the understanding. I think though we're really not going to see how that works until it gets launched on the 19th. Also, you can book an attraction and then you can't book another attraction until you go on that attraction or 2 hours have passed. So let's say you book Splash Mountain, but it's not for 4 hours away. Once 2 hours has passed, then you can book another attraction. However, if you book it and it's 90 minutes away, then you can't book another attraction until you have used that Lightning Lane. So kind of, I mean, if you ever use Max Pass, that's kind of how it worked. A lot of it where you would kind of scan through and then you would literally be booking your Fast Pass. So I can kind of see that the same thing. Once you scan through, you'll be trying to book your next Lightning Lane while you're, kind of walking through the queue for that attraction. So that's kind of what we think how it's going to work. Again, a lot's going to be determined on October 19th. Now, here are the 8 a la carte attractions for the individual Lightning Lane. Magic Kingdom, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, and Space Mountain. Epcot is going to be Remy's Ratatouille Adventure and Frozen Ever After. Disney's Hollywood Studios will be Rise of the Resistance and Mickey's Minnie's Runaway Railway. And Animal Kingdom will be Avatar, Flight of Passage, and Expedition Everest. So those are the 8 attractions. I was kind of surprised with Epcot that they didn't put Test Track, mainly because they're just putting 2 attractions that don't have a height requirement. So I was kind of surprised with that. I thought Test Track would have been in there, but I do understand that Frozen Ever After is still a very popular ride. And again, with Remy, you can get a boarding pass. So, I'm not really surprised with those. But one thing we have budgeted, now I guess that's the question is, will we be using the Disney Genie Plus? The answer is yes. We will budget this into our trip. We are lucky. We're only a family of 3. We are annual pass holders. We don't buy tickets, so we bought our passes. So spending the extra $45 a day is just something we're going to be budgeting in. We're also Disney Vacation Club owners, so we're not paying for a hotel when we go. That's already been paid for. So we're going to budget this in. The only one I'm not sure if we're going to be using is Disney Animal Kingdom, because the 2 rides that we probably would do is Everest and Flight of Passage. And the last trip, we had no wait. So I don't know if we need to. I think we might decide when we get there if it's needed to buy. But most of those rides, there's not that many attractions. So the day that we're just going to Animal Kingdom, I'm not sure we'll utilize Disney Genie Plus unless it's a really, really busy day. Other than that, I think we would probably just kind of go a regular day like normal. But the other 3 parks, absolutely, we will be using Disney Genie Plus. However, I don't foresee us doing the Lightning Lane or the individual a la carte Lightning Lane. I don't see us paying per ride. Again, these aren't once in a lifetime trips. Now, if we were going to Disneyland and it was something where that was the only way we could get on Radiator Springs, I could see us doing that. But with Disney World, we go so often. So I think it really just depends on the person and the family and your situation. If this is a once in a lifetime trip and your son wants to ride Rise of the Resistance, then yeah, paying, $60 for your family, maybe that's something you guys want to do. It's for us, it's not a big deal, but for other families, and I could see where, you're spending thousands of dollars. Yeah, you might spend an extra $60 to make sure you get on that ride. So I think it's just going to be depending on, what it works, but we absolutely will be utilizing it. I think once you get into bigger families of 4, families of 5, family of 5 is going to be $75 a day. It's going to get pricey. So it's going to be interesting to see how it's utilized. We do know that it's not going to sell out. They will sell as many Genie Plus as they can. So I'm glad we are going for 6 weeks after it launches, because we'll get to see the kinks and how it's working. But that's the basic of Disney Genie Plus as we know it right now. A lot's going to depend on what's going to happen in the next few days. And I think the 19th is going to be very interesting, because I think every single vlogger and media person is going to be there using it and testing it out. So I would say let's wait until maybe the weekend to see how it's really going to pan out, because I think the first couple of days it's going to be really overloaded. I think in the next week or so, probably end of October, we'll really get to see how a daily use is going to be. But that is the gist of Disney Genie Plus launching on Tuesday, October 19th. So if you're watching it before, you know, and if you're watching this after, then it's already been launched. But again, if you like this video, click like and subscribe. That way you get a notification every time I post a new video. Bye everyone.